Hey everybody, Lenny Ghoul here, bringing you some Evil Genius again. Today is day 7, I think, or 8, 7. I think it's 7. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever the title says, and it could be wrong. Um, we're playing Evil Genius, and we're Shen Yu, and we've got we keep going. We keep going. It gets frustrating at times, but then everything's fine again. You know, a lot of back and forth, a lot of high drama in the Evil Genius world. A lot of traps. We're starting to get our traps online. We actually, when we left off, we finally got one guy into our hurricane trap, and it worked, and it was pretty exciting because I was worried it wasn't going to work because I don't know. It didn't seem like it was going to for a long time, but um, we'll see how long it holds up before the forces of justice show up and blow it all to smithereens. But I just wanted to demonstrate it, and that's what I did, and so now it's there as part of the base. As we continue to be evil and move forward in the worlds of evilness and do the evil things that we must do. It really didn't seem like it was going to happen. Yeah, that's true, Tiff. How are you doing? I was worried. I was like, this isn't going to work. We're screwed. And there's more people. Look at that. 2 more people lining up to get stuck, too. Oh, there you go. Look at that. More victims. Now they're going to pop that open. They're going to go in. One of them is going to go in for sure and get stuck. The other one might. He might try to run through and get out when they open the door, but it won't happen. And once you get a couple people like spinning around in here, it starts getting pretty good stuff. It's going all right for a Monday. Hey, it's better than nothing. Look, oh, there we go. There's 2. Oh, she got stuck on the first trap. Oh no, that's good. That's why I shouldn't have that trap there. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, this trap is stopping the initial blow. I should probably move it. See, the gas traps. Oh, I remember that now. The gas traps are keeping them stupid. I remember talking about this last time now. The reason why we have the traps the way they are, normally you probably don't want the gas traps because they will blow around more without them, because the gas traps will stop them in the gas sometimes. But when you have the gas traps, it's constantly affecting their stats. And by having their stats constantly affected like that, they're not able to do anything. Where normally if there's a pause and their stats haven't been affected, they'll be able to like react. And one of the things that they like to do when they can react is to shoot traps to get out. And now, if you keep their stats drained, see, that one worked really nice. If you keep their stats drained, they can't do anything about it. So they'll just keep spinning around forever. And it's actually good that they're getting caught up in some of these, because one of the things the reason why it's as big as it is, I remember making one smaller now, and the problem I had is if it was any smaller, they end up hitting a wall. When they spin around, they end up hitting a wall. And if they hit the wall like 3 or 4 times, they'll just die. And then you have a body bag in here that you have to go fetch. And then you have to turn everything off and have your worker go in there and fetch body bag. We don't want to do all that shit. We just want these guys stuck in here forever. And we're totally fine with that. This is their own little private hell now for pretty much the rest of their entire lives. Or until the infiltrators come in and blow everything to shit. I'm seeing a dot. But I can't find it. The mini map is showing there's some bad guys in my base that aren't these guys. But I can't find them. Like they're in here. There's like red dots in here. I don't see shit. Oh, there they are. Those shouldn't be there. There's absolutely no reason for those two to be there. Those investigators are too deep. Perhaps this should be moved to here. Because it seems like that might be bait for them to move. You know? Maybe even lower. We should move this. Somewhere where it's not. So like. So obvious. And then we can move this. Man, we don't want the rocket base. That's illegal. I guess this is about as good as it's gonna get. We just don't want people baited to come down here. This is working not really all that well. These early ones aren't. Well, this one's working pretty good. This one's kind of. I think they're onto the ruse. On base 1, this worked great, but on base 2, it's just not working all that. I mean, he's still trying to get into that door, so I guess it's pretty good. We might need a little bit more power. After I blew up the little auxiliary power plant that I built, it looks like we probably are going to need more power. I was trying to save money. How big do these have to be? For a couple more. It's only going to put those over here. I'm going to move those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I heard they're like high security door breached. I was looking. Oh, because they're here. Oh, that's fine. So, something interesting in the PoE world happened right before this is going to be a mini rant. Right before I logged into stream Evil Genius, I checked YouTube. I usually do a quick cursory viewing of the tube because I always like to see what's going on, if there's anything exciting to pop, to talk about before the stream starts. One of the interesting things was, and I see this all the time and it drives me crazy. Like big time streamers, like people in the PoE community who stream every day, who are well known for it. The people who like can say anything and people just believe them and then like worship them and give them props and everything. And that's totally cool. They deserved it, right? They busted their ass to get themselves that far. I don't like that these guys are going so deep in my base. Anyway, there's some people like that. One of them posted a interesting thing, and this is a mini gripe. You guys know how I feel about minion builds in PoE. They're amazing, but they're often misrepresented because people don't really understand how to use them. This guy is no exception. God damn it. Yeah, see, that's just too easy for them to get in here. And I can't really blow this up. I can't fix this so that this door isn't here, because that was a bad idea. Because then now these guys are going deep into my base. And I don't want that. Anyway, god damn it. They're all just walking right through that thing. This sucks. I might need a set of double doors. That way there's at least a stopgap between so they can't piggyback as much. Anyway, so some of these people, one of these people, and I totally get it. It's fine. They're just goofing around or whatever. And they posted a build of them goofing around, with one of the new minion gems. And obviously, once again, doesn't know what they're talking about, because most of these people who make minion builds have no idea what they're talking about. It happens all the time. And, but it's just, he just completely missed the entire point of the new minion gem. And it's turning like a golem, a single golem. Why did this guy stop? What are you doing? Oh, is this blocking? Did I fuck up? I fucked that up. God damn it. I was right the first time. Anyway, so he's got this build, and he's posting it, and he's using like a single minion type, and that's fine to make builds around a single minion type, but this particular minion isn't even designed at all for that purpose. There's actually a really intentional purpose for that. It's one of the new gems where they take the standard gem and this is like an expansion version of it. They did a lot that they did that with like a couple hundred gems this season or whatever, where they took regular gems and then they made these like special versions of them. And you can make builds with those. So this is one of those gems, and it's designed to make a Chaos Golem have an even better purpose than it used to, but only for the purpose of being what it is. And it's like, dude completely missed it. And that's totally fine. You're allowed to miss it. You can do what you want. It's a game. But it's just interesting that he gets to post this as some credible thing in this build, and everybody just takes everything he says and says, oh, that's perfect. Because they don't know any better either, because so many people don't really play minions. When they play minions, they play SRS, which isn't really minions. They don't play like actual minions. Like, people who play minions all the time in Path of Exile understand there's like a fundamental thing. There's like some fundamental knowledge that we all kind of share, and we understand how you do things, and the reason you do them is because they work, right? Like if I were to make a zombie in Path of Exile, that zombie is gonna suck because it's just a zombie. And if I make the 9 zombies, just the 9 zombies as a build, that's gonna suck because it's just 9 zombies. But if I make 9 zombies and then add poison to them, and then I add this golem to them, and then I add some specters, and then I add some skeletons, right? Now I have a build, because minions are meant to be played as an army, and you need all the pieces of the army. And if you play with just one piece of the army, it doesn't work. And so once again, the guy makes an entire build out of one golem, and then is like, well, it doesn't work very well, and it's kind of, it just feels bad, because it gives, like, Golem's misrepresentation again. And, okay, I'm being kind of weird, right? Like, why do I care about somebody misrepresenting a particular, like, gem type in a game? But it just bothers me, because, like, it's so hard for, like, minions to get any respect in this game as it is. And it's constantly being nerfed and all kinds of stuff, because people don't even know what the fuck they're doing. And it's just I don't know, it's just one of those things. Makes me crazy. So I thought I'd rant a little bit about it. But yeah, the point of this particular golem is that if you buff some stuff on it, it actually adds a degen mechanic that works in coordination with other skills that your other minions have. So normally you would take a chaos golem because it does a tiny bit of chaos damage, and which is minuscule, or that occasionally it has a cool aura that has some effects. But you take it because it gives you 3% damage reduction. into your build, which is why a lot of people would take other golems instead if they don't have a big golem selection. It's nice if you have an extra golem slot. Well, I'll throw that on because it's an extra damage reduction. But this new chaos golem of malevolence, or whatever it's called, that's not what it's called. I have to look it up. But anyway, this new golem, what it does is it actually adds this thing called a withered stack, and a withered stack, if you add percentage to the gem, it adds this bonus, and this bonus is really good if you end up using poison or chaos damage from your other minions, which is the entire point of doing it in the first place. And like, that is completely lost on him. It's the nuance that he doesn't understand. And so now the thing sucks because he doesn't get how to do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of stuff that ticks me off. So that's that. But I saw that like right when I was almost I was so tempted to be like, you know what? I'm gonna play PoE today just to bring this up and talk shit about this guy. But I don't want to talk shit about the guy. I'm not going to mention him. I'm going to call him out. But it's another example though. It's one of these like big PoE streamers, and he posts stuff on YouTube, and everyone's like, oh, and falls on all over it. But when I post shit on YouTube about PoE, the only thing I ever get is like, you know, because I'm playing solo Southbound, I'm not doing the super insane shit because I didn't trade 500 divine orbs for all of my gear immediately and have the best builds kind of bullshit. You know, like, whatever. Yeah, I know I don't have the reputation to be able to you know, apparently comment on insights and knowledge into the game or something, you know, but it's just annoying. So that's my little mini rant. Let me save the game. But when I saw, it's a column of Chaos Golem of Maelstrom. That's what it is. Anyway, when I saw the thing, I was stoked. I guess I felt I got baited, I think is what it is, because I saw, I was like, oh, cool, someone's actually like gonna use this thing, like, because I'm using it right now in one of my builds, actually one of my necromancer builds. I'm using it, and because that thing exists, I have a reason to make poison. And with a necromancer, if you do it right, everybody, all the minions already get unholy might, which adds 30% chaos damage to all of their stuff. And what withered stacks do is make people more susceptible to chaos damage. So you use that on the golem with that particular thing. It adds withered stacks, and it just adds a lot of damage. It gives you a reason to do it. It makes it really cool. But unfortunately, you know, he didn't know that, and so he made an entire thing about not knowing that, I guess. So, but yeah, it works great on my poison necromancer. In fact, that's something that I'm working. My problem with PoE is I'm working on 5 different builds right now, because I keep finding a new gem and I keep getting inspired, and I'm like a character where like I love to like tinker and explore new ideas with different characters. And so I have that. I'm actually working on another one. It's a righteous fire build that also uses Firestorm of Meteors, which is really cool. And then I'm working on that poison necromancer, which I actually have to finish, because it was originally just a normal my standard kind of like army of the dead type of build, necromancer with it's all physical, but then but because I have the things to convert it to poison now, I'm adding I added the chaos golem of maelstrom as an example, and my zombies do poison, my specters do poison, like everything's doing poison damage. It's and it's like adding a lot to the build. It does 31 million DPS, which is amazing. I just need to get, I just have to, get in there and finish working on it. So, anyway, we're playing Evil Genius, so let's get back to Evil Genius. Sorry about that. I just, I love PoE, guys, and I gotta defend my shit. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's just that I can't. I'm not really good at streaming it for some reason. Nobody watches me streaming it. Like, nobody even watches the YouTube videos that I post of it. Like, it's just completely like ghost towns, man. I don't even get stragglers popping in when I stream PoE. It's just completely, it is like literally the only two people that watch me play PoE are my moderators. So, oh well. So I won't subject everybody to that until I guess I get better. So missions. Okay, I think I got all that out of my system. Oh, I have to do the super rocket structures. I have to do the I have to get the resources. And then did I get the mission? No, I guess I don't have the mission to get Frost Nova yet because we haven't seen Frost Nova yet, which is good because I don't want to deal with Frost Nova if I don't have to. So, but I probably will as soon as we do this because this is going to bring a lot of heat. This is going to bring all the boys to the yard. What we have to do is we have to steal these rocket parts. And we have to steal 5 of each of them, I believe. And then when I do, what's going to happen is the forces of justice are going to come down on me like a fucking brick shit house. All right. Save Shen rocket parts. Which is why we're saving it, because we're going to give it a shot. Do we have any more locker space? I think we're good. Yeah, I think our minion cap is now because of our notoriety is so low. Okay, this takes 2 quantum physicists. That takes 2 quantum physicists. They probably all do. So we're going to need more quantum physicists. Let's build some more quantum physicists. Build 10 of those. Oh, I was going to steal a biochemist. That's right. And it didn't work. Something happened. Let's get that guy. 4 workers, 3 techs, and a scientist. I did before, and I think I accidentally killed it. 4 workers, 3 techs, and a scientist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 techs. 2 scientists. A mercenary and a valet. We'll just add a couple extra. We're going to get that guy. We're going to train our quantum physicists, and then we're going to go get the rocket parts. I just have to remember that I have that guy over there. See? Oh no, it died. Eventually they died. Damn. I didn't think they were going to die. That sucks. Because that means I have to fetch the body bags at some point. When more body bags pile up, more of these guys are going to come in. That's okay as long as they're not infiltrators. More victims. Wahaha. These guys here yet? No. The nice thing about this trap is I'm still earning money. And I don't have anybody on the world stage, like, stealing money. Where do they go? What? Why can't I, what's going on? I have enough workers. Oh, shit. 3 techs. God damn it. Really? Fuck. I thought I did 3 techs. No. Alright, we're going to put them on hiding then. Till we get 2 more techs to show up. Hopefully they hurry up. God damn it. I thought I had the requirements, but I didn't. Okay, these guys are going in. That's good. When you do these missions, you gotta apparently pay more attention than I do. Because this is what's required to do it. And apparently I didn't hit that requirement because I'm stupid. I didn't read it right or something. Once we get our other 2 techs, that's right. Then we'll go ahead and kidnap the biochemist. That's right, this is an educational channel. I also got to make sure I don't get wiped out. Sometimes infiltrators like to hide out here. And then attack your shit. Oh, there's some more victims. Oh, you lucky motherfucker. How did they manage? Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, there they go. Walked right into it. Walked right into it. Even had an escape route. But the curiosity got the best of him. Now he's taking pictures of the body bags. But it won't matter, buddy. It doesn't matter. You're never getting out. There's no escape. And they don't have the internet. They don't have Wi-Fi. They don't even have cell phones because it's the 60s. So they can take pictures all they want. They can't send it to their buddies. All right, now we're going to kidnap that bioterrorist. Or not the bioterrorist. The biological researcher. Biotechnician. And there they go. Mwahahahahaha. That's 5. And then if these two get in, that's 7. That's good stuff. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're going to pull this one off. Gotta maybe replant some people. So that when they show up, we can put those guys somewhere else, but maybe they'll show up in time to save this mission as well. I mean, the body bag kind of helps because they're paying attention to it, but then they're like, their attentions are being drained. It's a nice little chunk of money we're making. About 20,000 a minute on this thing. All right. So now we should have a biochemist being escorted into our base soon. I have to be careful so I don't kill him. I accidentally killed him last time. I don't know how. Oh, they got in. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now let this door close, please. It will. Chikoom. Please close. Please hurry up and close. Thank you. Mwahaha. Oh, beautiful. Keep going. Keep going. Look at this. Oh, they just keep walking in. Look at, they can't resist the bait, man. They can't resist the bait. Now, if this door closes, we're good to go. Come on. Chikunk. Close door. Please close. There we go. See, now we're starting to accumulate a decent amount of people in our little trap. And we're generating good money doing it, which is really nice. Hey, there's our biologist. Okay, now these guys we're gonna put on pause. I have to worry. I'm worrying a little bit because it's gonna get, the heat is gonna get insane. We have to let that cool down while we find a different location. We put these guys here originally because it should be the same requirements for this. Also bring some extra guys. Now these guys are this is 15-second missions, right? I just need to steal 5 of these though. So we gotta do this like a bunch of times. See? And they're gonna start streaming in these crates. See, there's 1. Once we get 5, we can leave. There's 2. And they won't let us move them. See, it wants to put them in the freezer, which is why I made another freezer over here. There's 3. There's 4. Nudist, what's going on, brother? I'll show you this cool trap in a minute. As soon as I get this 5th piece. Because I gotta get these guys out of here. That's 5. Now, as long as they live long enough to get the pieces delivered, we're good. Okay, we got a biochemist. Right here. And now he's going to make other biochemists. Drinking a pop. Check this out. So we got our hurricane trap online. What happens is the forces of justice have broken into this area and are being subjected to my evil, nefarious trap. And the trap is a bunch of wind machines that are being triggered by my freak who was walking across trap triggers. And he's setting off the triggers that make all these traps happen at the same time. And what's happening is they're huge, like, wind generators. They're basically like aircraft exhausts. And they're blowing these guys into these ones, into these ones, into these ones, into these ones, and without these gas traps, they would just spin around forever. But I have to have the gas traps here so that they pass through, because when they hit this gas, it's laughing gas and nerve gas, and what it does is it weakens them psychologically so they can't keep their wits about them. Because what happens is if you get these guys, if they fall into a trap but they still have their wits, they'll start shooting the trap and destroying it. So this is to keep them from destroying it. And yeah, it makes money. Because every time they trigger a trap, you can see the money. So it's like a money machine. And even if they try to get out, they can't, because this is keeping them in. It's beautiful. Hey, I sent people off. Why is this still doing things? I wanted to abort the mission because I already had all the things. This is what I don't like about this stupid game. Actually, I'm going to move this one over here. Because why aren't they leaving? See, the problem is I don't need them to keep doing this. And when you do this, you tell them to leave with the helicopter, and the helicopter comes and is supposed to fetch them, but it's not fetching them, which is pissing me off. So they keep generating. I guess maybe they. I don't remember. Maybe they all steal the same parts, and if there's 20 of them, it doesn't matter where they come from. I just remember that you end up having to steal a bunch of parts, and they end up putting them in the freezer. And it takes up all your freezer room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess I can just keep them doing it. We'll just keep sending. More people, but that's just going to send more heat. Look, but my notoriety has now reached the point from all of these. This is how your notoriety goes through the roof. And that's why all of these things are now being uncovered, because all my notoriety got uncovered. Now there's all these crazy little things, they're popping up everywhere. Oh, Eli Barracuda! All right, hold on. We need him right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get our henchmen too. See, this thing just accelerates everything. This is why I saved it, and we're gonna be raided by people really, really soon. In fact, there they are. What doomsday device did I steal? The earthquake machine. We'll see if we can actually finish and see it though, because one of the issues was last time I did this, when I pushed the big red button, the game crashed, it corrupted the save file, and I didn't get to see the end cutscene. That was a couple years ago, though, so we're hoping that that's not what happens this time, because I'd like to actually see the ending cutscene again. So I got my wind trap online too, if you notice. Making some good money. Also have gas traps in there to keep their smarts. So the gas trap sometimes keeps them from spinning around too much, but that's okay because it also keeps them kind of stupid so they don't shoot the traps. Because the biggest problem with the wind trap is if you don't have gas in it to keep them stupid, you don't want to poison them, you don't want to kill them because they make you money every time they spin around. And you don't want to hurt them, but you want to make them stupid because if you don't make them stupid, they'll shoot the traps. And the last thing you want is for them to shoot the traps. Because then you have to repair them and, that sucks. Well, yeah, if you watch the last VOD is where I set it up. The hardest part is getting the triggers to work right. But it's all being triggered by the freak. So what you need to do is when you make your lab, you need to make a special lab, a special room to capture the freak in that is connected to the lab. So that when the freak comes out of and you need to set the traps up first before you put the freak in there. Get everything ready to go. Set up all the trap triggers and everything. And then you put the freak in the vat. The freak comes out of the vat and you instantly lock that door. And you unlock this door, you put it on 1. And the freak will eventually, and it may take a couple minutes, eventually he'll come into this room, and the moment he does, you lock the door. And then you can unlock this door, and you have to lock this door, otherwise he'll just go running out into the hallway. And then once the freak is trapped, he's trapped, and then he constantly triggers. And you need like motion sensor traps and laser traps and like all these different kinds of traps, because if not, he'll like sometimes disarm them if he gets used to it. But these 3 different types of traps, so he's kind of like, he's gonna hit something. This is, it works pretty good. It's pretty fun. And I'm putting these videos up on YouTube so that if you need to reference them later, you can just go look up the YouTube channel and see how to do it. Are we done yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. At some point, it's going to allow us to finish the mission so that the notoriety doesn't keep going through the roof. I just don't, it's been so long since I've done this. I think you only need 20 pieces. Maybe it's 25. Oh, you can, yeah, I know, but can you do that already? I thought, oh, I can. Okay, I thought I had to do that first. All right, I'm being stupid. You're right. What? Mission has failed? What do you mean mission has failed? I have more than enough rocket parts. Yeah, I've done this before. I just kind of forgot. I haven't played this enough to remember. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me on that too, because I would have forgot that, yeah, you have to build the parts in the rocket thing. I just, it's, yeah, I don't play it enough. And it's weird because you can only click on certain part. Like, there's only a certain part of the thing where you can click on it to do it right. And they are building them. See? Oh, shit. I gotta hide those guys real quick. I forgot I was recruiting Eli. He's my boy. I got so wrapped up in the rocket parts. Absolutely. And starting with Shen, like, not having Eli until the end game was just driving me crazy, dude. Because I'm used to getting Eli and Juby, like, because I usually play Max. And Max, I think you start with Juby and then you get Eli, like, right afterward. And those two are amazing. Those two were, like, the most amazing ones. And then I still don't have Juby. And Eli, yeah, Eli's the shit. So there we go. Absolutely. So it's nice to finally get him at least. I had Colonel Blackheart, but he died. He was the first one that well, I started with Lord Kane, and then I got Colonel Blackheart afterward. And then he died, and, like, we got raided a couple times, and that was pretty much it. And there he is, Eli Barracuda. It's the super headshot and the ghetto pose. The super headshot is the shit. And he's just a good minion anyway. He just shoots anyway. Even if you don't have his special abilities doing anything. God damn it. I gotta get this situated. There we go. Alright. We have 2 rocket parts. Why does it feel like I'm missing? Oh, because they're still building the... Okay. There we go. Now we're going to get raided here really fast. So we need to be on our toes. Because doing what I did, just our notoriety went up by like 70 points. And our heat, like, our heat's maxed over here. And it's pretty high over here. Now I can keep going. I can take the notoriety up to 500. But you don't have to. And it also unlocked all this stuff. There's going to be a bunch of side quests too. There's like... Oh, good. More victims. Yes. Come, my playthings. Uh-oh. All right, let's save this. Now I need to build a test button. Oh yeah, I need to steal the thing. Okay. Wow, I forgot. Okay, so engine construction. Interrupt a rocket testing session in Casablanca by stealing the engine plans. Then construct an engine of your own in the rocket cavern. And then achieve one of 3 goals to complete the rocket preparations. Capture the cosmonaut. Oh yeah, I remember that. Well, if he's been lured to the island, if he's walking around, we'll just do that because he's already here. See if we can find the cosmonaut. Might be right here. Are you? No, I got rid of Chen already. There's the cosmonaut. Frost Nova is on. Is now. She hasn't shown up yet, but she is on the world screen. Okay, so we'll do that one, and then we also need to do the Casablanca one. See what else we got. Oh, the other martial artist. The crown jewels. The prototype detector. Like, there's all these extra things we can steal and do all these extra things in this game. Or we could just go for the gold. Steal the treasure. Steal the meteorite of unfathomable molecular structure. The electromagnetic flux transponder. I guess our notoriety isn't high enough to see the other one. Look at Eli. Pop. Dead. That was nice. North Africa. Still here just enjoying this Sprite hitting Diffie right now. Yeah, dude, sometimes a good cold Sprite is refreshing. Right? Wish they would pay me to say that, but you know. Yeah, I probably do. It's just, it's really, the heat is up. There we go. I knew that was going to happen. It's just a matter of time. How did the cosmonaut just walk through a bunch of level 3 doors? I don't understand. That was weird. Defeat Frost Nova. She's not even on my island yet, I don't think. When do we take over the world? We're getting there. If you double click the alert, the sound turns off. There's one more and then the final countdown. Yeah. We're going to interrogate the cosmonaut 3 times. And then also, yeah, Frost Nova, we want to deal with her. And there she is. Her mission was her mission is really funny. I don't want to spoil it. It's hilarious. It's right here. You steal Mr. Snuggles because Mr. Snuggles is her old teddy bear. And then we do something to Mr. Snuggles and she leaves forever. 6 guards and 3 diplomats. We do dirty things to Mr. Snuggles. NSFW content ahead. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. Yeah, when it showed last time I tried to do it and it didn't, the game crashed. I've seen it before, but the last time I streamed it, that was my objective. And then it crashed, so I was kind of pissed off about that one. All right. An investigator or an infiltrator? Okay, investigator's fine. If it was an infiltrator, we got problems. And how are you guys doing? Oh, they're doing just fine. They're generating me plenty of money. They're having a lovely spin. I'm going to spend some of this money. Get some fodder in. My trap money's paying for my minions. That's nice. He hasn't cracked. Is he going to put him back in his cell, or is he going to take him outside? Oh, I hate this. He's going to take him outside, and then we have to recapture him. It's so stupid. I forgot about how dumb this mission was. I guess it would be too easy if they just took him back to his cell. That would just make sense. All right, we're going to steal Snuggles. Katrina has never been to our island, but it would be nice if the first time she does is the last time that she does. And we're going to make a special spot. Okay, we have that. I need to make room for Mr. Snuggles. Let's save this real quick. Shen Cosmonaut. There's not enough letters, so. These guys are getting a little too close for comfort. But we'll see where they go. So, where did he take the cosmonaut? Don't take him all the way out to the fucking other side of the island, dude. That's annoying. It worked. They only got so far and they turned back. This is exactly what we want. See, we have people still trapped in these areas. People still trapped in these areas. What? Oh, there it is. So basically, we turn Mr. Snuggles into a punching bag. And next time Katrina shows up, when we interrogate her, that's what we interrogate her on. She has to watch while Mr. Snuggles gets beaten up, and then she leaves crying. But she hasn't shown up yet, and I don't necessarily want to invite her. Oh, where's the cosmonaut? I gotta get the cosmonaut again. Where are you going, Lord Kane? There we go. In fact, let's take some backup in case he puts up a fight. This is oops. This is where the save early, save often is comes into play. Got him. Look at that. Spinning around. I'm almost tempted to bait her into coming to the island. See, here's her teddy bear, Mr. Snuggles, right here. Waiting for her. You know what's amazing to me about this game? Is that a lot of people have played it and heard of it, but like when it came out, I never heard of it. I never heard anything about it. I never knew anybody that played it. I stumbled across it used at EB probably like a year or two after it came out. And then, went on the internet, found Evil Planet and all that stuff, and the rest is history. And there's a whole bunch of people on Evil Planet. But like nobody ever heard of the game, except all these people have played it throughout the years. They just somehow stumbled across it and were like, oh, this is a hidden classic. It's crazy. Yeah, apparently it wasn't. Yeah, I know I can steal stuff. She'll show up. I don't want to push it. It's here in case she does show up. But I don't want to like. I'm not necessarily trying to bait her. Like, if she doesn't show up, I'll be okay for a while, because she's annoying as fuck to deal with. And yeah, I can take her out, but like, she has that. I think she turns invisible and teleports, and it's really annoying. Wahaha. All right, let's plot. Yeah, it really wasn't like I didn't hear anything about. I heard more about Evil Genius 2 than I did about Evil Genius 1. And of course, we all know what happened there. That's 2. Oh, different. I fucked up. I forgot you have to use a different device. It's instantly capture him. See, that's what I messed up before, is I didn't instantly capture him. And I have to use a different device. I have to use the Brainiac machine, and then I have to use the probably like the centrifuge or something. Where is the Brainiac machine? There we go. Or the Brainwasher. We use the Brainiac machine. She's still hanging out. Cool. This is going well. This thing generates a lot of money. Look at that. I since I was at $300,000, I haven't had anybody in the world stage generating money. So I've made 1.4 million just off of this trap in, I don't know, about an hour and a half of kind of casual play. And we only had one guy in here when it started. So, yeah, it's a good trap. It's a nice little money maker. You don't have to get a lot of heat from just sending people out there all day. Uh, these guys are doing an amazing job being stuck. The curiosity kills them. And then what I did in here is I put nerve gas or hallucination gas or something on these traps. All of these traps are also being triggered remotely from the same freak. It's keeping them stupid while they get stuck in this little gauntlet of doors. And the same thing's happening here. This chick's been here for years. All right. Oh, I have to do it again in the brainwash machine. Wow. I have to do it twice in each one? Man, what a pain in the ass. Well, we'll get the Cosmonet then. I remember doing it that way before. And yeah, I remember it was a big pain in the ass. That's that last piece of Doomsday data I never got. There's also the giant diamond. I thought there was another Ming. There's the third Ming vase. Oh, there it is. I never got the third Ming vase. I love this trap, dude. All right, now we got to do. Basically, you have to interrogate him twice on physical, which is what that was, twice on smarts, and then twice on attention. And I think the centrifuge works really good for the attention. I've done that before. Yeah, see, they're all getting gassed and confused. Excuse me. Oh, he was supposed to be plotting. I think I've plotted probably just about everything. I don't even need that, but that would be fun to get it. See how his brain's being washed? All right, now we just need attention, and I believe, I'm pretty sure the centrifuge is the best for the attention. We're going to use the centrifuge for that. The mixer would also work pretty well, I think, for that. But the mixer's too close to the front door. We don't need to be so public about our nefarious misgivings yet. That's good stuff. There's a lot of other creative traps we could do too, but mainly this particular series of streams is about playing through and finishing the game. I'll probably revisit one where I focus on making a bunch of different traps. That would be kind of fun. Just setting up all the different crazy traps and things. Because there's a lot of fun different ones. Like I like doing like the piranha traps and like things like that. Okay, so we're gonna try the centrifuge. I think this is correct. We'll find out. It should be. Actually. I think we need to steal that anyway. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. There's an investigator in here. All right, here he is on the centrifuge. It's like, oh shit. Boom. Yep. That's the one. Nice. 4 more thieves being lured into our den of evil here. I did notice that occasionally somebody dies, a body bag shows, but eventually the body bag goes away too. And again, nobody starts shooting anything because of the gas traps. And if it wasn't for the gas traps, they would start shooting things when they see the body bag, or they would start shooting at the traps. But I had a body bag over here and it went away by itself. So that's good. It means I don't have to send my guys in there to retrieve the shit. If you just leave it long enough, it'll go away. I used to make this room out of a freezer a long time ago because sometimes you'd get body bags. But that was dumb because it didn't matter in hindsight. I'm not bringing her in there. I'm moving her over here because it's intriguing. It's intriguing the thieves that she's in here. Probably, right? They're gonna piggyback. Oh, it wasn't enough. I thought maybe they'd piggyback and stay, but they didn't. Apparently they think they're too smart. They probably are. Alright. Cosmonaut. Your final interrogation. Oh, we gotta hide. And send some more scientists too. I like that they keep being intrigued by this and then they keep leaving. It's funny. Maybe they'll walk all the way around to this side and go, aha, this is the way. Anytime you want to leave, Mr. Investigator, I would be more than happy to. There we go. Now, there's a lot more of equipment and stuff we can steal. If we want to mess around, there's like a gold machine and this fucking thing, and there's like lots of like the decoder, and I think the decoder's for the gold machine, but there's like all these little like things that we can put together and steal as side quests. Lots of more uber loot to steal. Tons of more missions. As you can see, there's just a shit ton of missions. But really most of it isn't necessary. It's just it helps make the game different the next time you play it because you can try different things. the big thing for this is I think I need to get this piece of data. We need to finish the cosmonaut, and he's just about done. And then we need to do the test fire button, which we will. We'll test fire it, and then I think we just send it into space. Or we need to do one more thing. Construct the satellite in the rocket cavern. I'm going to send some more scientists here. Or science type minions. Damn, our techs are, we need to like, maybe divert some attention. We're spreading ourselves out a little thin. Oh no! I was worried about that. They tried to steal the Katrina thing. That was close. All right. As soon as this mission's done. What? Hold on a minute. I have to figure something out. Oh my god!
Darth Octane just subscribed. Still
Wow.
going.
Thanks, Darth. I hope you're enjoying the show. We're interrogating stuff. Give me a sec. I wonder why. Never played the first. If you like the second one, that's probably because you never played the first, actually. Hold on a minute. Because the first one is way more intricate. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more stereotypical. It's a lot buggier. But all of the traps and things, like, you have more autonomy over and way more control over the entire game and what you do. even though you start with like a starter base, and then you move to a second island, but you don't get like the 3 or 5 levels of bases or any of the crazy things from the second one. The second one improved on the first one in some ways, and then completely changed the game in a lot of other ways. So people who are big fans of 1 aren't very big fans of 2. Because 1 is so iconic. Yeah. There's so many crazy things you can do. Like this trap setup that I'm doing. Like, the game doesn't... It just allows for this thing to happen. It wasn't designed that this would be something in the game that you could do necessarily. It's just that there was traps, and there's like an insane amount of traps, by the way, that you can set up, and they all work in conjunction with each other if you set them up right. And you have triggers for the traps that are like, this trap is being remotely triggered by this freak from this room who's walking across all these triggers, setting off all these traps. This freak is something they promised in Evil Genius 2. To me personally, when I actually asked a question when they were developing Evil Genius 2 if freaks would be in the game, they said yes, and then they didn't deliver. I was pissed about that. This freak has been created because of the science research. If you take a body bag and you put it in the vat, you can create freaks that run around your base and destroy things, or you can capture one and use them to trigger all of your traps that are keeping everybody in this thing. And then the other cool thing about the traps is they generate money for you every time a chain reaction happens, which is why we're generating all this money. Oh shit. They're trying to blow stuff up, aren't they? Oh man, hold on. Okay, that's fine. It took them long enough. And then these guys need to get out. Now, the way the agents work in this game, in the first one versus the second, yeah, we're attacking and killing these guys, but that's only because we've generated so much heat and they've gotten so deep into the base that they're actually doing something. Generally speaking, in Evil Genius 1, the goal is not to kill the agents who walk in and check things out. It's to keep them busy and to keep them out of your base. And then when super agents show up, you capture them, you interrogate them, and they leave. Where in 2, they teleport in the middle of your base, start destroying shit, and you need a bunch of security to attack them and kill them. It's like 2 is totally weird how it works. Most of the traps that you set in this base, like, these are all basically traps that are kind of set up to keep people occupied. You're trying, this is more like Dungeon Keeper, and then part 2 is more like whatever it is. It's more like you want to build minions who are constantly going to fight in your base and attack the forces of justice nonstop, and it's like that whole thing where this one's more, it's more nefarious and passive, and all of the things that you do on the world stage, all these missions, every single mission you do on the world stage has its own little news broadcast. Every single mission is different, and there's tons of them, and they all have different things. They have notorieties and such. If you want to get a henchman at a certain point, when your notoriety goes high enough, in certain stages, you go to the world stage and you get the henchmen you want. It's a lot different than 2 in that regards. 2 is just a different game, I think, is the biggest problem. I would probably have enjoyed playing 2 more had I not played Evil Genius 1 and been such a big fan of Evil Genius 1. But because I am, it's hard to separate the games and be like, and to just play 2 on its own merits and just ignore the fact that it's Evil Genius 2. Yeah. But 2's a very different game. For sure. So I wonder if my notoriety isn't high enough. Let me check something. I have a nice little thing. Where I can check on these things. What? I never got to steal it in the first place. Huh. Am I in the wrong spot? All right. Let's try it. Maybe either my notoriety isn't high enough to trigger the thing, or it just hasn't plotted enough. That sucks. I guess I need to steal some shit. Makes sense. That's how I feel about the difference between book and the movie for Ready Player One. Probably, yeah. I saw the movie Ready Player One, and I didn't read the book, and the movie was okay. I mean, it was cheesy, but it was okay for what it was. I thought it was okay. It seemed like it could have been better, but it was pretty decent. You hated the movie? Yeah. I probably would have too had I read the book. It seems like it seems like I liked the idea of it, but the implementation of it, like the movie was good because the story was good, not necessarily because of the way that they portrayed the story, right? And I imagine that the book probably would be a hell of a lot better. That might happen. So let's get a little notoriety. I've been trying to keep my heat down because I didn't want to deal with shit. But I guess we'll go ahead and steal something from Russia so that we can get our notoriety up, and we'll go ahead and get Frost Nova to show up, and then we'll take her down. We can do that. We'll do all of those things. Let's raid the War Museum. 3 scientists, 3 mercenaries, and 8 workers. And we'll go ahead and throw in a quantum physicist to speed it up. And a spin doctor. That should kick our notoriety up to 286. Just in case. It probably will trigger Frost Nova, but that's okay. We have Mr. Snuggles here to deal with her. I just don't want to trigger John Steele. I accept differences between books and movies, but it's so far off base I couldn't get past it. Wow. That does happen with books. I know Tiff tells me about that stuff. She reads books a lot. And she just tells me, oh, the book was way different for different things. That's 2. Anyway, yeah, these guys are generating me a bunch of money because they keep triggering all the different trap levels. There it is. That's what we needed. Let's keep that guy hiding. I need 4 playboys and 4 diplomats. Which actually means we need more than that. And we already have scientists hiding. All right, now we're gonna get crazy because we're gonna do this and that. So yeah, I just hadn't plotted enough, but this is what I need right here. The rocket engine plans. I've not read Ready Player One book, only heard from others. They're hiding. See how there was a news broadcast for the thing, and this one, because this was in Russia, it was Russian propaganda newscast. Like the game has a lot of that kind of stuff, but that's, I don't know, it gives it its charm in a way, where everything's kind of like typical, you know, like the Russians got the heavy Russian accent, and the Japanese people and the Chinese area, and the Brazilian, like it's all like everything regional. The English one's got the heavy English accent. The Australian one's got the heavy Australian, like everything's like that because it's made in 2004. And the geniuses, like everything's exaggerated too. Like the evil genius, the Maximilian one looks exactly like Dr. Evil, right? He's like the short white dude. He's like, like Dr. Evil. And then I'm playing Shen, who's very much like the bad guy from Enter the Dragon. And then the Alexis, the female evil genius, is like the 101 Dalmatians chick. What are these guys doing in here? And how did they get in here? And why am I not paying attention? That broadcast in the game from the start. Yeah. I've never heard the Hammer broadcast. I like the evil genius at least didn't hold back with the terrible stereotyping. Absolutely no one was spared. They made fun of everyone equally. Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't even, they weren't doing it to like make fun of people necessarily. They were just doing it to, I don't know. It was kind of like the whole thing is a spoof, right? It's kind of like a Austin Powers, James Bond kind of, spoofy thing. And I don't feel that the game did that in any kind of cruel way, or that they were intending to be like, let's make fun of whatever, right? It was just people making a video game, and they're like, yeah, let's like, oh, we need like the guy with the, with the Russian voice, and then we need the guy with the Australian voice and the Chinese voice, and so they do that. Totally, like, just legit. Yeah, exactly. Evil Genius 2 is totally more like Despicable Me for sure. See? That's like the Casablanca thing. Okay, so we got those. And as soon as they're delivered, we'll make the next part. That's why Shen didn't return to Evil Genius 2. Yeah, totally, dude. Fuck. And Frost Nova's here too. John Steele is next, but I might luck out and never see John Steele. If I don't steal any more shit, we'll be alright. Test fire the rocket and then build the global communication network. That's right. I forgot about that part. The TV studio in the inner sanctum. Oh shit. I have to move some shit. I can get rid of the table, right? Yeah. I don't need the table in there anymore. I didn't need it in there at all on the second island in the first place. And then we need to build transmitters that hopefully don't get destroyed. But probably like I remember that being a thing where I had these transmitters that kept getting destroyed and I had to keep fixing them. There we go. Right. If we get everything up quick enough, it might not even matter. What time is it? I mean, we might be able to pull this off today. I only got about 40 minutes left. I think we're good. Cuz we have to put the aerials up. We have to test fire the rocket and then interact with that, and that's it, right? And then push the button. Unless I'm missing something. All right. I think I think he pushes the button to test it, right? It's been a long time. We don't have a lot of heat. We should be okay. Because he's going to test fire the rocket, and then I think he has to go do the broadcast. And then I think that's it, right? And then you push the big red button. Could be wrong. Feel like I'm missing something. We'll see. Oh, now we get research. Oh, that's funny. Defeat Dirk Masters. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, this thing is cranking in the money. And now I issue the ultimatum. Who's over here? All right. So he test fired the rocket, and then he's going to go issue the ultimatum, and we'll find out what happens after that. I think that's it. Um, there is a mission where I can go. I probably have to research it. Oh, there we go. This is where he's telling the world. World leaders, looks like there's no alternative but to use the Earth state to wipe out their faces. Ultimatum denied. It's time to take over the world. Assemble the rocket while defending against intruders and launch it. All right. It automatically assembles, right? Yeah, it is. It's automatically assembling. So now what I have to do is basically just stave off the intruders, which aren't here yet, but they will show up pretty soon. Schematic station. Cool. I think last time I built this, I ended up blocking on accident because it was too big. I don't need it anyway, but no, it should be fine. I literally didn't build it there. All right. Either comply or he'll blow up the world. That's right. We have 10 minutes, guys. So you can see the rocket parts are being assembled. They're moving the cranes in pieces. These guys are still being tumbled around. Now, this is my big worry. Last time I did this, when I pushed the button, the game crashed. All I want to do is see the end game cinematic. Will we get there, folks? I don't know. Yeah, see, I don't. There is heat. There is heat. We didn't get John Steele's thing to defeat him, but when Frost Nova shows up, we can defeat her. But we're not attracting their attention necessarily. It's just that there's a lot of heat. And I'm not going to research looking for his thing right now. I think with 8 minutes left, we can pretty much stave off. We absolutely have to. Some attacks. Let's add a couple mercs. And some marksmen and some karate guys. Some guards. Just in case it gets a little more hinky than we'd like. There's our schematic station. Which I believe is an upgrade to the memory banks. Or maybe it's the research stuff. I don't remember. Now, technically, we could drag this out. There they are. I knew they were going to show up at some point. We could drag this out and try to get to notoriety 500 and everything, but honestly, I don't even have the time. Which is why I went ahead and went for it. I have to be done in about a half an hour because I got a bunch of stuff to do today. So this is going to work out really well. Let's see. I love this trap, dude. This is so. I think this is the best version of it that I've made so far. The alternating gas is working tremendously because nobody has fired a single shot in this whole room against any of these traps the whole time. The only thing that's happened is we've had like 2 or 3 body bags. Now these guys are probably going to come in and blow the trap up because that's what they do. But maybe they'll get trapped too, which would be amazing. But in 5 minutes, it won't matter. No day tomorrow. Nice. It's been getting pretty cold out here, but I don't know if we're gonna see snow. I mean, Arizona gets snow, but Phoenix specifically, every once in a great while gets like a couple snow flurries. All right, this is gonna either go really good or really bad. Because if they open this, they could get trapped or they could start shooting at everything. And make sure everything else is okay still. There's somebody around here. I see a red dot. He's being escorted out. Perfect. Oh, they made it back out. They're being separated. Go ahead, pick the lock. See what happens, dude. Yeah, I don't exactly. I don't think they can get to Shen in time. I think we're good. Although Shen has to get to the launch button, but actually I don't think he does. I think we get to push it. You know what I think, Brick? Last time when I'm trying to think about it, I think John Steele was in stasis with the matron and the voodoo trick. Because if he's on the island or captured, I think he, spoiler alert, he goes up in the rocket. But if he's not in captivity, I don't think he has anything to do with it. Because I didn't get my notoriety high enough to even deal with him. Wow, look at all the body bags. Someone's out here executing people. Here they come. Where's Eli? Get up here, Eli. We're gonna need you. Oh, they're running away. All right, that's fine too. He has to be in the cell to be strapped to the rocket. Okay. Well, I think what happened was he was in stasis, and when I hit the red button, the game didn't know what to do. You know how you can freeze him out? There's that trick where if you use the matron with the stun thing and then Lord Kane's like thingy. It's either him or the magician, I don't remember. One of the two. You do that combination and then John Steele gets stuck in this like forever like shocked thing. And then when I ended the game that was happening and I think maybe that's what crashed it last time. I don't know. Here we go. Rocket cap, 50 minutes or 50 seconds. I'm excited. Ah! They got in. Yes! Foiled again, investigators. Now, these guys usually shoot the traps. But they're going to be drained as soon as they hit. This guy might be a problem. But the nerve gas and everything is going to drain their smarts and their attention. Here we go. Here we go. All systems go. Please, for the love of God, don't crash like you did last time. We're here. I'll do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! We get the video! It didn't crash! Oh, thank God. Oh, no. Wait, it can crash right here. There's another video, right? I think that's where it crashed. But we get to see it launch. Yes! And there it is, boys and girls. The earthquake machine. Wahaha. Yay. Well, I didn't even save it right beforehand. There it is. Let me see. Well, I'll play it out, but I was just gonna do a cheer and I forgot that it pauses. Oh no! I was gonna play it out. Oh well. That's it, guys. We did it. And we did it on stream and it didn't crash. Yay. We have taken over the world. So I don't know when I'm gonna play this game next, but next time I do play it, I'm gonna focus more on doing all of the things. But I wanted to have a stream where I actually beat the game and it was logged and everything, because last time, like I said, it crashed at the end and I was really mad. And I'm uploading all the VODs to YouTube, so like as a whole series, so that they're there, I guess, so you can watch somebody play through the whole game. So next time I play, it's going to be more on like, this is all the cool little traps we can do. Next time I play this, I don't know that I'm playing this like tomorrow. I might be playing something. I think I'm going to play Blood Bowl tomorrow. I haven't played that in a while. And give Evil Genius a little bit of a break. Or maybe something else. I don't know. Maybe I'll find something on Steam to play. But yeah, that is the end of Evil Genius. Yes. Oh, I could maybe play Evil Genius 2, but then I have to install it. And I don't like it enough to play it without getting mad at it. Because this one's so much better. Yeah, 7, that was pretty decent. But there was like 4 hours here, 5 hours there, 6 hours there, 4 hours here. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I could have probably dragged this out another like 12 hours or so. Because there's a lot of missions I didn't do. There's a lot of all the little notoriety thing. We get to notoriety 500. We get all the henchmen. We could do all the little missions, research all the things. We didn't even get like the pinball machine researched. So yeah, there's a lot of things. But for the most part, that's that. And yeah, if you guys enjoy my stuff, give me a follow, or make sure you check in from time to time. I don't know what I'm streaming tomorrow. I have no idea. If anything, I'm gonna take a day off. But I'm thinking Blood Bowl 2. I don't know if you guys have seen Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl's a fun game too. It's based off of a board game, like a miniature tabletop game that started in the 80s, that I played as a miniature tabletop game from like the late 90s until probably like 2013 or so. And then started playing the video game versions. There's currently a 3, but it's not. It totally sucks. I beta tested it. It was awful. Oh, here's the beginning to the game that we missed. Wow, it didn't even finish the whole thing. It cut off. Weird. Oh well. Dodge block. Push skull. Anyway, yeah, so Blood Bowl is a you basically, it takes place in the Warhammer Fantasy universe, and kind of, but like in the future. And the idea is that they found the rules to American football, but since nobody can read, they just looked at the pictures and figured out this game that they thought how it should be played. And basically it's like goblins and dwarves and orcs and elves and Bretonians. Now they added a couple like teams, lizardmen, chaos, nurgle, like I can't remember, like just a ton of different teams. And you build these teams out, and each team has a character, and you build each character, and then you play against each other, and you basically play this game of like killing each other on the football field. And oh yeah, there's a football, you might want to score points once in a while. And then and each game your characters level up and earn more skills, and then are able to better effectively do whatever you want them to do. It's a fun little game. It's been around a long time. And yeah, maybe we'll play that next time. I'm not really sure. But what I am sure of is that I'm going to take off. I know it was an early stream, but I did want to finish this. So I appreciate y'all, and I thank everybody for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed watching me play video games. Excuse me. And that's it. If you like what you see, give me a like, give me a follow, consider subbing, and I will see you next time. Oh yeah, here's the yeah, me too. Here's the Discord link in case anybody needs it. And I didn't do a poll today, but here's the Lenny polls anyway. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Peace out, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.